Just before we get into this video, guys, there'll be a link in the description for a poll about the last 3 races, whether you want me to live stream them or just let them come out as normal videos. Well, they'll come out as 3 next week because there's 3 left. But I've already recorded the next race, that's why I'm doing 3. But just let me know in the comments below, and also check out the poll in the link description. Anyway, let's get on with the Hungarian Grand Prix. Hello everyone, and welcome to another installment in my classic career mode. It's there around Hungary. This is episode 15. I hope you all enjoyed the previous 14 episodes, because I certainly have. But there's the lineup for this Grand Prix, and I will now hand over to the greater presentation for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Here we are then on the grid for the Hungarian Grand Prix here. We're now waiting for the 5 green lights. Here they come now, 3, 4, 5 green lights. It's like how we go for the Hungarian Grand Prix here. Well, we've got off to an average start. Irvine, we managed to get past Irvine on the start, and we're now using the slipstream against our teammate and Mansell to try and go around the outside of them. Maybe here we're going to go around the outside of the first corner here. Maybe Villeneuve tries to squeeze it out there, which is a bit cheeky of him considering we're a teammate. But we managed to get through there unscathed in 4th place. We've gained 1 place from the start of this race, and we are now trying to go around the outside of our teammate. Maybe here, no, we cannot do that, as we now cut from later into lap 1. We run very wide after tapping our teammate in the rear of the car, and Frost, I don't know what Frost is doing there, but we go around the outside of the chicane, gaining that place back from Irvine, and that's how you gain the place back. But moving on to lap 6 now. We're now using the slipstream against our teammate, who is also going against Coulthard, I think that is, yeah, Coulthard, and he brakes really early for some reason, and we just go down the inside of him, and that's P3. So, good race here so far, a lot more action than the most recent races anyway. Hope you all enjoy this, hope you will enjoy this race, because when I was recording it, I was quite, let's just say, surprised as to how stuff was going. But anyway, moving on to lap 7 now. We're now right behind Coulthard here. We're possibly going to go around the outside of this corner here. Maybe this hairpin. No. We're going to stay behind him here. We're going to take an alternative line, possibly do the switch back on this corner. We get a better exit here, and we just about managed to get past him just before this tricky left-hander here over the crest of a hill, and that is now P2. As we now go down to chase, chase down Mansell, but unfortunately he's already in the pit lane. So as we now come in for our first scheduled pit stop of the Grand Prix. This should be a routine pit stop here, really. You probably said this race has gone by quite quick already, seems we're already at 9, but there's been quite a lot of action in it already. Like, there's been a lot more action in it than previous few races that I've had. Like, instead of, you're not just seeing just fastest laps. Let's just say that. As we now come out into pit lane in 6th place, well ahead of Frost, who I think was also in the pits as well, so that makes sense. As we're now right behind Mansell here. Moving on to lap 10 now, or the lap 11 even. We came across lines to set a new fastest lap of the Grand Prix for 1:24.7, so we're gradually getting up to pace, as you can probably tell. And Coulthard and Villeneuve are right behind us now. They're in the pit now, actually, so they pitted earlier than me and Mansell. So at this point now, Mansell's already pit as well, so now I'm coming in for my scheduled pit stop. And I think, yeah, Coulthard and Villeneuve actually jumped Mansell in the pit lane. So I don't know where I'm going to come out in this, because I was behind Mansell at the time. So maybe my teammate will jump me. I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. But putting on the new tyres now, I think they're prime tyres, with a 5.4 second pit stop here now. You can see our teammate Coulthard and Mansell are coming down the pit lane now, and there they go, right past us. So we now come out in 4th place, and that is the top 4 right in front of you. So this should be a very entertaining Grand Prix here. As we move on to lap 22 now, we're now coming down to the first corner, and Mansell tried to go and move on our teammate, but he's actually compromised himself going into the first corner as I lose connection to Xbox Live and the game server for some reason. And as we go down the inside, Nigel Mansell's like, and Prost sets the new fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Don't know how that's happened, but anyway, moving on to lap 24 now. 10 laps from the end now, and Mansell is possibly going to line up a move on us, but no, our teammate is lining up a move on Coulthard, and he compromises himself into the first corner, and I just basically do a dive bomb. I mean, I wasn't expecting to do that, but you know, who cares. Moving on to lap 27 now, coming up to this tricky left hand, we're going to go side by side with Coulthard, but I decided to back out of it. He for some reason braked really early, I tapped the rear of him, he runs really wide, then I run wide because I lost concentration. And somehow, out of all of that, Mansell is now in the lead of the Grand Prix. I don't know, I really don't know how that happened, but moving in late into the lap now, we're now coming in for our third pit stop of the Grand Prix, putting on the option tyres, I think I said there, or primes, I can't remember, but we're now coming in right behind Mansell now, and that is what you call being in the rear diffuser of a car. I was literally right behind him, but here's our pit stop now, putting on the option tyres, I think that is. Are we going to jump Mansell maybe? No, they're going to keep us there, 5.7 pit stop. And our teammate, once again, has jumped us in the pit lane. There he goes. And by quite a large margin he's there. So it looks like the undercut is quite overpowered on this circuit, it feels like on this game. But coming down now onto lap 29, we're now overtaking Coulthard on Irvine, so Coulthard has lost a lot of time there for some reason. It might have been that instant with me, I don't know. But as Villeneuve sets the new fastest lap of the Grand Prix as well. So moving on to lap 30 now, we set a new fastest lap of the Grand Prix of a 1:23.4. So we're going quite well at the minute. Obviously there's a big gap between me and Mansell, who is fighting with our teammate for first place. So I don't really know what's going on there. As we set a new fastest lap again of a 1:23.1. So we're now right behind Mansell here, obviously on lap 32 now. We're now in the slipstream of him. We're going to possibly go around the outside of him. No, we make contact. We're going to go down the inside. Maybe he's going to keep it there. He's going to keep it there. Maybe he's going to get a better run, and he's got a better run. So we're going to have to wait now until further on into the lap where Mansell gets very tail happy there. I put my nose in. He runs really wide, and there we go. That's second place and a 1-2 for our Williams team. But moving on to the last two corners now on the final lap, it appears like we're going to have a new winner in this classic career mode, and it's going to be Jacques Villeneuve of all people. And well, I really wasn't expecting this from this Grand Prix, but I'm quite happy with second place and a 1-2 for the team. So then, moving on to the final race classifications then, Jacques Villeneuve finished 3/10 ahead of myself in second, and then further 3.8 seconds ahead of Nigel Mansell there in third, so he dropped off quite a bit there. David Coulthard managing to get fourth place there, and Alain Prost again doing quite well in the race. I really don't know what it is with him, but he's been doing quite well recently. And obviously all the normal people down at the back with Eamon Capelli and Jody Scheckter and all those people, and Ralf Schumacher getting a point. But moving on to the driver's standings then, we are now 32 points ahead of Nigel Mansell now, and we have broken the 300 mark, so that's good from us, and our teammate has slightly closed in on Nigel Mansell, but I don't think he'll catch up to him. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like and a comment, and the Constructors is looking quite nice for us at the minute here. We are 53 points ahead, but I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you next time for the Silverstone Grand Prix. Goodbye!